Hey photographers, you know what I find confusing? When a camera, fresh out of the box, doesn't put its best foot forward. Nikon Z9's no exception, so here are the 9 settings you should change immediately to improve your photographs and your workflow and get full access to all the features you paid for. Now, by default, the Nikon Z9's image quality setting is JPEG Normal. Somehow, Nikon's okay with you investing in a top-of-the-line camera and settling for its lowest possible image quality setting. Color me baffled. Now, as soon as you've charged the battery and fired up the camera, go directly to the image quality settings and ramp it up to JPEG Fine Star. You may also wish to add RAW. I'll leave that up to you. You paid for quality. You won't get it unless you do this. Now, to select a drive mode, single, low burst, high burst timer, first press this button and then turn the collar. Slightly clumsy. At low, you get 1 to 10 frames, high 10 to 20. And you're probably wondering how you get the 30 or 120 you read about. The solution here feels like a compromise between the product manager who want to keep things very familiar to existing Nikon photographers and a developer, designer, engineer who felt they'd found a better way. So this is the better way. Turn the collar all the way clockwise to the burst icon. When that's selected, press the matching button on the left side and turn the back dial. Select any of the drive settings, single, and then burst speeds all the way up to 120. Isn't that an elegant solution? They could eliminate the collar entirely. Out of the box, you can't access all of the shutter durations available on the Z9. By default, they end at 30 seconds. So, of course, you're thinking, didn't I read 15 minutes in the brochure? Fix that by going to Custom Setting D5 and turning the extended shutter speeds on. Then, you'll be able to set shutter durations from 60 seconds all the way up to 900 seconds, which if you ask Alexa, how long is 900 seconds?
900 seconds is 15 minutes.
Those of us who wear glasses usually can't get our eye as close to the viewfinder as those who don't, which means we can't see the whole image at once. Nikon has a brilliant fix for this, a setup option called Finer Display Size, and note that this is available only for stills. The viewfinder image becomes slightly smaller, making it easier to see the whole scene. I wish it was easier to find. Now, I shoot a lot of video, and I've never used a camera with a red video record key that was easy to use. They're always tiny and hard to find. The Z9's no exception, so I really appreciate when a camera's shutter button becomes a start-stop key for video after switching to video mode. Much more useful than having the shutter button do nothing or throw a warning flag on the play. Nikon has buried this option deep in the G2 video custom controls. Find the shutter and change it from off to record video. Then press the shutter to record. Also, by default, none of the screens in the video mode display options include the meter or histogram, which are included on the stills displays. Now what? How am I supposed to set my exposure? Well, I can't bring back the meter, but you can add the histogram to any or all of the video displays. Use G12 for the LCD display screen, G13 for the viewfinder. Select the screen, then add the histogram. I added it to them all. There are lots more customizations here. For stills mode, you'll find similar options D17 and 18. Nikon's banks, where custom settings get saved, can be difficult to manage, never mind master. And somehow, by default, they don't save the exposure settings, but they are saved after you turn on extended menu banks, which include both aperture and shutter settings. And now I know that when I switch to B for video, my exposure is manual and my shutter is 1/60. Yay! That makes the banks a little more useful. Now, incidentally, this front side function key is the shortcut to bank switching. As you probably heard by now, the Z9 is not only mirrorless, It's shutterless. Not so fast though. There is a shutter that you can close, protecting the sensor while you're changing lenses. Wouldn't you have that on by default? It's a setup option, cunningly titled Sensor Shield Behavior at Power Off. How's that for sneaky? Now, last one. See the little L on the portrait side shutter dial? It's a lock, so you don't accidentally change settings using the portrait orientation dials. Flip that on. And a bonus. Download Nikon's new NX Studio app. I don't have a card reader for the CF Express Type B card I'm using, and the download plug-in of this app is the only reliable way to transfer images from the camera to my Mac. Oh, and one more thing. If you have trouble sleeping, Nikon's thorough reference manual runs over 900 pages. Sweet dreams. And I'm sure you'll find settings that are as important to you as these are to me, and let me know what you consider the changes are that you'd prioritize. And thanks for watching. Relevant questions and civil comments, please. And this channel is supported by members. Thanks to them, no ads. Stay safe.